Today we're going to review for your compound probability test. I had the test right in front of me, just like I did with the simple probability. And so I would definitely take notes and do practice because, if you understand this, then you're going to do fine. Okay, so first of all, the first few questions on the test are asking you, is this event independent or dependent? Remember, an independent event does not depend on the first event. So, rolling a die or flipping a coin, those are examples because I can't take away one of the numbers on the die. Like there's always going to be 6 numbers on the die. There's always going to be 2 sides of the coin. If they say that you replace cards or letters, that is independent because you're putting it back and there's exactly the same amount of options at the beginning than there was at the end. Dependent depends on the first event. So this is any time you see the question saying without replacement or something then something else that doesn't tell you they replace it. So anytime you see something, let's say that you have 5 letters in a cup and you want to pick out, say you pick out 3 of those 5 letters and then you want to pick out another one, but you don't replace it, then depending on if it's the same kind, like say you had 3 blues and you want to pick out another blue, well, you took out a blue and you took out a card. Or you could say like, well, there's 5 red and 3 green, and so let's head to the marbles. So there's 8 total marbles, and I want to pick out a red. So there's 5 reds. And then, without replacing, I want to pick out a green. So if there was 8 marbles, I took out 1. There's now 7, but it did not affect the greens, so there's still 3 greens. Anytime this happens, where you have a number and then down another number, that's going to be a dependent event. Okay, the next part of your test talks about drawing letters out of a hat, about the English alphabet. So let's just use the word sport. So the probability that I'm going to draw out a vowel and then another vowel. Okay, so let's probability of drawing 2 vowels. Well, there's 1 out of 5 that are vowels, and if I took that one out, there's now only 4, but is there any other vowels in here? No, so that would be a 0 out of 4 chance, because I took the 1 out that was there. When you multiply that, you're going to get 0 out of 20, which is 0%. This is a dependent event because we did not replace it. If I wanted to pick out a consonant is anything that's not a vowel. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5. And if the probability of picking out 2 consonants without replacing, you had a 4 out of 5 chance. I've kept that card out. So there's only 4 left, and I used one of those consonants, so now I only have 3 consonants left. And then you multiply straight across, you get 12 out of 20, which can divide by 4 to simplify, and you'll get 3 out of 5, which is 60%. These are both dependent events. Okay? Next part of your test is talking about marbles. And you've seen this before if you did your homework for compound probability and for your notes. It's just asking you to find the probability that you're going to pull out 2 reds or 2 blues or a red and then a blue. You're just going to have to think about and count up your marbles and make sure you're doing, if it says and, that you're multiplying, if it says or, that you're adding. The next one is talking about cards. So let's say that we had 3 football cards. So these are going to be football cards. And 2 baseball cards. Okay? Probability of selecting a football card and keeping it. So there's 3 football cards out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then keeping it and selecting another football card. Well, I've already taken 1 out. So there's only 2 football cards left, and there's only 4 actual cards left. And then we multiply straight across and find your percent. These would be dependent. Now, let's take that away. If I said, okay, well, what's the probability that I'm going to draw a baseball card? There's 2 out of 5. Put it back, and then draw a football card. Well, if I put it back, that means there's still 5 cards. That's independent because these didn't change. When I replace something back, that keeps it independent. You multiply straight across, you get 6 out of 25. Okay? The last part is talking about rolling dice and choosing cards from the deck. Again, remember, super important that you remember that or means to add and that and means to multiply. Okay, I'll have the cards listed on the board, the 52 cards listed on the board. So you need to know how to find those. And when it says to the probability of getting a 4 or a diamond, actually looking at the board and picking those out. If you want more practice, you need to go to your iExcel page and go to 7th grade math, scroll all the way down to probability, and click compound probability practice to do more of this. It's very straightforward. There's only 20 questions on it, so let's make sure you understand how to do it before your test tomorrow.